We are heading down to Portland. We are going to be going down there to talk to Haven Coffee, who is who roasted the beans for our Catalyst Coffee Imperial Stout. Haven is actually where Catalyst came from, so it was born that's where I used to work, and yeah, I think it's going to be a good time.
Do a quick backstory. So back in 2018, I started working for Haven. Elena and I always wanted to start our own coffee shop, so I was like, I guess might as well learn what it means to be a craft coffee shop. So started working for them. COVID happened, everything shut down, and that is kind of when the whole conception of Catalyst came to be. When I was working there with them, and so we finally pulled the trigger. 2021, we moved up to Yakima to start Catalyst, and then this last year we joined Single Hill. They bought us out. We merged with them. They wanted to do an Imperial Stout. Catalyst, they wanted to call it Catalyst, which to kind of bring the two together. Zach asked me what coffee beans I should use. To me, like a full loop, and it pulls them back into something that started with them pretty much.
It's really great to work with James again. I was really honored that he reached out for this project. There's such a long history there, and you know, it means a lot with all the roasters that he's worked with that he would circle back to us and ask us to, you know, be a part of the project. So yeah, he's a great guy, you know. I don't know if the name was part of his decision. I imagine it was more the flavor profile, which is what you want. But I think it's really extra special that like this thing that we're calling Backstory, which, you know, we're so honored to be a part of James's backstory and his professional life, and that can kind of come full circle and be a part of what he's doing in Catalyst and with Single Hill now as well. It's that kind of like bittersweet chocolate thing going on, and that's exactly what I'm looking for if I'm reaching for a dark beer like that.
They used like our original logo on the can, which was really cool, like to show the collaboration. And so again, that made it really easy. I think when Zach was like, hey, find the coffee that you want in it, it was really easy to say, actually, like, I have the perfect choice, because it really kind of blends, it marries the two back together. So it felt like an honor, to be honest with you, like to have that like aspect, like we're actually a part of the family, not just like the side business.
Yeah, the inception for the idea was really to work on a beer with James and combine what we do with the coffee shop with what we do with beer. And obviously we should call it Catalyst. So this is Catalyst Barrel-Aged Imperial Stout. And Catalyst starts as our Overstory Imperial Stout that we age about a year in whiskey barrels. Aging beer in barrels does a couple different things. One is it sort of gently oxidizes a beer and smooths out some of its rougher edges. So we're looking for a coffee flavor that's sort of like eating a fresh, like chocolate-covered espresso bean. By letting it sit in a barrel for a long time, you can pull out vanilla flavors. You can round out those roasted flavors into more chocolate or caramel, like toasted marshmallow sort of characteristics coming from bourbon barrels in particular. Yeah, we'll definitely do this again next year, and maybe we'll do the Mine Hot Chocolate next year as a collaboration, and whatever else we can think of.